Hello, welcome. Happy Sunday, the 24th of April, 2022. How are you all? Nice to have you with me. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. It's still lovely light outside, which I like, and very into the blossom trees. I love seeing the blossom trees like confetti falling down on you. What do I need to get ready? Got that ready, got that ready, got that ready. Hi, team. How are you all? How is everyone? How have you been? How's your week been? What you been up to? Thank you for joining me. Let's get my comments up so I can see who's saying what. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. And that it's all coming through nice and clearly. Let me know. Hello, people that are on Twitch joining me. Hello, Laura Ann. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you can hear it on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook. It's Sunday. I thought I'd come back and do a live stream and talk to you about a few things. Hope you've had a good week. I got back from London very late last night, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Long. The week has been, I mean, do you want the honest answer or do you want the social media answer? Social media answer was, yeah, it was great. I was really busy. Honest answer was, it's been tough. It's been hard. It's been an effort to push through this week. But push through, I have. Hello, Stacey. Welcome. Heard the 24th of April. Thought you were promoting something. Days are flying by, Kelly. I know, 24th of April. It's so unbelievable how quickly time just goes, isn't it? It's so whatever. So last week you joined me for Easter. Thank you very much. You sent me some lovely comments and some lovely messages, and it was really sweet. I was really having a hard time, and I think, and I tried to do a bit of research on it this week, that COVID has affected a lot of people's mental health, like a lot of people's mental health, and feeling poorly and feeling vulnerable and feeling isolated. And I read somewhere that in the last year alone, worldwide, the increase in anxiety and depression is suggested to be at 25%. 25% increase. 25% increase in depression. So this week I decided to post some stuff about mental health in a show that I did many years ago called Am I Right, Ladies? Loving the makeup, says Nathan's filing. Thank you, Nathan. I made an effort today. I'll talk to you about my makeup in a second. So years ago, I did a show called Am I Right, Ladies? And in it, I talked about going on antidepressants and when I first went to go on antidepressants. And when I wrote that show, bearing in mind it was 2014, like it wasn't sexy to talk about antidepressants. I remember coming out and talking about going on them, and I felt like it was quite vulnerable. Like, oh, Louise, did you have to be this naked in front of everybody? Yes, yes, you do for your art, bitch. Come on, get paid. And I did the bit on it, and lots of people really resonated with it, but it was really, really funny. So I've broken the clips up, and I'm releasing them this week, and so I'm going to share them with you. You're in France, prepping for the wedding. Congratulations, Catherine! When's the big day? It's very exciting. So let me play with you clip one. Let me play clip one for you, and then you can see it. Then we can talk about it. Okay. So this is from Am I Right, Ladies, and it's quite funny because I post it now, and I'll get comments. Or like I saw a comment about Beyonce. What Beyonce do, saying something about feminism or whatever, like in 2020. And I was like, you know, that show's from 2012, right? You know, that show is 10 years old. Like it's 10 years old. So anyway, so here's a clip about mental health and diet from Am I Right, Ladies?
Make sure you look young. Make sure you've got anti-wrinkle cream. Do you need Botox at the age of 22? On every place that I go to, on every shelf and every magazine cover, it's all the ways that I can change because I'm too fat or too skinny or too old or too young. Am I having too much sex? You're not having enough sex. If I've got a wedding to go to in 2.5 weeks' time, I know what diet to take to make sure that I can lose a stone in 2.5 weeks. And even when I say that very sentence, there's bitches in here thinking, a stone in 2.5 weeks, babe? What's the name of that diet?
So that's part one of the show, and talking about like mental health and body image and the link between the two of those, and how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your body and how you feel about your mental, like it's all connected. You don't realize how much it's also connected in ourselves. And so that clip I posted, and there's a second part coming out which I posted today. And it's just that idea. And I clocked myself at the weekend saying it. So I'll start again. So this week I was like, right, I'm going to try and make an effort to go out, like stop staying at home and make an effort to go out. Like, make an effort to go out of the house and just try and get out your own head a bit, get out your house. I've got a beautiful home, but like, I'm in my own head. And I've been reading, lol. I've been watching TikTok videos about mental health and, trauma and the body and the part of the place. And I've been looking at that stuff for ages. And it's all about getting physically back, like, out of your body, like moving your body, right? Moving yourself. So this week I cleaned again. I cleaned so much, and cleaning's really good for you. Like, cleaning makes me feel good because I feel like at least I'm doing something, even if it's not the work, but never mind. And I thought, right, I'm going to get out of the house and I'm going to go do a gig. So on Thursday, I had a gig booked in London and I got all dressed up, right? And I was so ready to get in the car to go to London. And I was like, this is good, like, good for you. You're going to get out, you're going to go to London, you're going to do some gigs. It's be better. You haven't had a gig for a long time. I did a gig. That's a lie. I did a gig on Tuesday. I'll start again. I did a gig on Tuesday and I went to Bristol and I was a sad sack all the way there and I was dreading it. And I did the gig and I actually had a really nice time. And it felt so good to be on stage again and connected with people. And I met these comedians, these two young comedians that were adorable and hilarious. But it was really fucking interesting because watching these young comedians and what they have to do now. So you've got these young comedians that are like huge on TikTok. So they've got loads of TikTok followers. And there's me like clipping little things, trying to put stuff on TikTok. And they've got like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of TikTok followers, but they haven't got any of the experience of being on stage. So then they're in a catch-22 situation where they're on stage and they haven't really paid their dues yet in terms of earned their stripes and played all the different rooms. They're still very young in comedy. Like, it takes years and years and years and years and years, right? I'm not there yet, and I've been doing it for God knows how long. And then they're caught because having all this profile, but then being thrown out on stage, and then the pressure. I was like, oh my gosh, that pressure must be unreal to be like Instagram or TikTok famous, but then to have to go deliver a show. Like, I can smash a show. You might not know me and I could put a show on. And if you've never heard of me before, I will annihilate it. I will smash that show. I will knock it out of the park. And you'll be like, never heard of her. I love that. But for the love, no money, I don't know how to do TikTok videos. I just posted one actually of Bernie walking around London. Do you know what's been my most popular TikTok video? PS FYI. Fucking me making cheese and beans on toast. I mean, what do the people want? I do not understand. Genuinely, I do not understand. Anyway, so I felt better after coming back from that. And I was like, oh, it's a generational thing. And it made me think of when I was younger in comedy. And I remember seeing like comedy greats, like there's some comedy greats, like people like Adam Bloom or Jeff Innocent or Terry Alderton, that you see them and you'd be like, oh my gosh, these guys would wipe the floor. Like Phil Nichols, like they would come on at the Comedy Store, they would headline and they would wipe the floor. Like they would get standing ovations, they would annihilate it. And then they'd see you coming through and they'd be like, oh, you've done one with a solo show, or it's good to see a solo show, or like, oh, you got Live at the Apollo. Like, yeah, like kids are getting Live at the Apollo these days. And I'd be like, what? Why do you care about Live at the Apollo? Like, you're a god of comedy. Like, you're a god of comedy. And then you realize is like, now I'm on that side where now I'm here and I've been doing comedy for a long, long time. And you realize that, oh, now I'm going, oh, it's good that you got loads of TikTok followers. And then they're going, oh, I wrote a dissertation on Am I Right, Ladies? It's just funny, isn't it, how generationally like comedy evolves and comedy changes and art changes and art whatever. Our audience is not happy with a 15-second set. They're not. They're really not. Bernie's in the house. Bernie, you gonna say hi? Hi, buddy. Nice to meet you. How are you? Oh, I really want some ice. I would like to jump in the bed, but something's like, do you want to jump in the bed? Bernie's come to join us. Hey, Chica, haven't checked in with you in ages. So good to see you. You give it your all. And for those of you that have followed for years, you're a very special person with a lot to say. You're very kind. Thank you, Lisa Baggett. Nice to have you here. So it was just interesting to see, like, it's just interesting to hear that perspective. Anyway, so I was like, right, I'm going to go do a gig. So I'll go do a gig. I'll go do another gig and force myself out of the house. So Thursday, I got all dressed up to go do another gig. And my friend was putting me on last minute. And then I got a phone call saying, oh, sorry, we can't have you on because we've got another comic, like a very established, well-known, famous comedian that's coming on. He wants a spot. So we're putting him on. And I was like, oh, great. Good one. And I got all dressed up. So that makeup I did anyway. And I posted the makeup videos on my YouTube channel. Please if you're into makeup, go and enjoy it. You're not going to learn anything about makeup and you're not going to learn how to blend properly. But I really like doing the videos. So I posted a video doing the makeup. So then on Friday, I went to go do a gig. So Friday, I drove down to London. And on Friday, I did 2 gigs. And then on Saturday, I did a 2 o'clock gig. I did a 4 o'clock gig. And then I hosted a show in the evening, like I emceed, which is like you host the event. Whereas doing a gig, it was just like a 20-minute set. And on the Friday show, the first show I did, I felt horrific. I was like, I've just not done very well there. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was trying to do jokes very much have a rhythm. There's a rhythm to jokes. It's like a song. It's like a melody to it. And if you have, can you stop? I don't know if you can hear her growling in the background. But she's growling in the background. Anyhow, so then the jokes had the rhythm to it. Anyway, so I did the show upstairs and it was fine. Then I did the show downstairs and I got really angry and just shouted about everything. And that felt better, actually. And then on the Saturday, the 2 o'clock show, I died. It was horrible. Like, I died on my hole. Like, it felt so horrible. I completely didn't know what I was doing. It's an afternoon show. There wasn't many people in the room. And I'm doing the jokes, but I'm not putting my all into it. And I hated it. And you know, when you go, I have to do my time. Otherwise, I don't get paid. So I'm going to do my time and finish my 20-minute set, even though this is painful for everybody involved. Like, not just me up there, but you. Right, enough. Stop. No. I'm trying to do a live stream, aren't I? I'm trying to do a live stream. Look at all the people watching. Sorry about that, everyone. Just had to have a word with my doggy. You watched my makeup tutorial and you liked it. Thank you. So then the gig of the afternoon, like, I hated it. And there were these kids in, they're about 20 odd. And you know when you're having a hard time and the universe is so kind. These audiences came out and couldn't have been kinder and nicer. They were like, "We loved you. You thought you were hilarious. Oh my gosh, you were crying. You made me wet myself." And you go, I don't understand how can you say that? Like, how? Like, it wasn't even good. Like, I wasn't good. I was just on stage pretty much having a breakdown because I was like, what am I doing? This is going completely wrong. And they all came out and loved it, were very kind. And then I've been asked out by a 23-year-old. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to say yes. I said, yes, if you want, why not? Because I thought, if you've got the balls to ask me out at that age, then I'll say yes. I mean, I probably won't go, but you know, that's like teaching. Sometimes you fall flat on your face and have to keep them to the bell, right? Exactly. Like with teaching, you've got to fill the hour, otherwise you're screwed. You're totally screwed. Anyway, so then I did the afternoon show, and the afternoon show was much, much better. So the afternoon was a 4:30 show, and we had like 280 people in the room, and it was much better. I had a lovely, lovely, lovely gig. Like, I had a really good time. You're all saying, yes, you better go. You go. What was a 23-year-old? You're far too hard on yourself. You're amazing. Guys, I'm 39. Like, I'm 39 years old. I think because he asked me out because in the show, I do this thing about how older women should be with younger men, not older men with younger women, blah, 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 blah. And anyway, and I just thought, you know what? Why not? Because he was like the butt of the joke with all his friends. Like, everyone was taking the mick out of him because he's single, whatever. And then he had the balls to ask me out. And I was like, yeah, I respect that. I'll go. For nothing else is to tell you that tell you that on live stream. Cougar, this should tell your life. Do you know what? I just think when it comes to relationships or anything like that, I've always been so precious about it. And I'm very much a one person kind of woman. And I want to be in love and I want to be married and I want to settle down and I want to have somebody that's my world. And actually, when my last relationship has come to an end, it's been horrible. Like, I felt really gutted and sad and lonely, but also like it's the right thing and it's time to move forward. But you go, how do you go from something serious into something, how do you go from something that's serious and that's really sad and heartbreaking? Well, you've got to do light stuff, haven't you? Like, what's the best way to get over somebody? Is to get under somebody else. That's what they tell you. That's why I did a joke in the show as well. And I'm not going to go out and get under people, but I think maybe, especially after the lockdown, it's like, actually, do take it seriously, but maybe don't have your idea of so rigid of what you want. Like, I would never say yes to a date like that. So I was like, do you know what? I'll say yes. I'll go out for a drink. Like, I'll go out for a drink or a coffee with you. And I think I should do that more. I think I should say yes to more things, whatever that is, because I've thought about it and actually I haven't gone dancing. Like, I haven't got much joy in my life because I haven't gone dancing. I haven't gone out and had a good time just dancing. Do you know when you were younger, you sweat and you dance and you just have a great time? I haven't done that for a long time. I haven't been out for a meal with a friend in a long time. It's a new energy for confidence to be open-minded, right? Thomas is here. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Thomas. You want to come and see me when you're in London one weekend? Let me know when you're doing a gig. I will let you know. And there's something about being in the city and seeing lots of people out and about, and you go, oh, actually, maybe the pandemic. And I think there's a whole generation of us. And forgive me if I'm wobbling, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a whole generation of us, and I talked about it in my set, that you go, hang on, I feel like I've lost 3 years, because when the lockdown happened, I was 36, turning 37, and now I'm 39, and I'm going to be 40, right? And it's like, well, hang on, that's not fair. Like, and they're really important years to a woman my age. They're really important years, and now I feel like I've lost them, and I feel like there's a whole generation of us coming out, being like, hang on, I still want to finish where 36 ended, and suddenly you're 40, and it's TikTok, boom, like you've got no time to catch up. And that's scary. And I feel like there's loads of us in that position. There's loads of us in that same position where we feel like that, where you go, I miss dancing. I miss going out. I miss the lightness. Like, I very much want to be in a relationship. I want to be in love. Like, I want to be with a partner. Like, I want all those things. And life is too short. And it's like, okay, so you could be like breezy, go on the idea of like, I'll just go on loads of dates and have loads of fun. Or you go, no, actually what I want is I want to date for a long-term relationship. I want to date to build a family. Will you stop growling? No, there's no man here. Relax. You're still my number one girl. Okay. Life begins at 40. Get off the age, girl. They're important, but also, damn, you made 39. So this is the thing I was going to talk about. So when I was doing the set at the club at the weekend, so I've been trying, Louisa, just give in. Thomas, you're married. Shut up. Stop it. Bernie's like, I'm your family. I know, I don't know if you could hear her, but she's whatever. Anyway, so I was doing this set, and this young kid shouted out, this other young kid shouted out, and he said, yeah, I would. And I was like, oh, charming. Thank you. Or his friend said, oh, he would, whatever. Anyway, and he said, oh, it's all right because you don't look 39. And then I went to say thank you. And I was like, why am I saying thank you for that? Like, it's taken me a lot to get here to 39. I feel like I feel quite tired already. And I kind of feel like it's a blessing to be 39. And I remember doing that joke in my show about anti-wrinkle cream and like buying my mum for Mother's Day or for Christmas at the age of 59 or 60 anti-wrinkle cream for her beautiful skin. And I remember thinking, I love every wrinkle on your face. I don't want to buy you anti-wrinkle cream. I want to buy you, wow, you're incredible and the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Thank you for being my mother cream. That's the cream I wanted to buy her, not anti-wrinkle cream. And so actually I wasn't flattered by saying you don't look 39, even though I still do get offended when I'm not getting asked for ID. But you go, oh, well, actually, maybe there's a part of you that goes, actually, maybe you're exactly where you're meant to be. And COVID has happened and the whole world has paused by 2 years, 3 years. Everybody has paused by that long. So therefore, at 39 or 40 or 41 or 40, if we're here, we fucking made it. And we're lucky to still fucking be here. And it is hard. It is difficult. And it's difficult when we're not socially where we thought we would be, aka with children or married or in a unit. But like I'm single with a dog, and then I feel really bad about it. And then I look at all my friends. They're all in the same fucking boat and they're older than me. I've got a 50-year-old friend. Oh, I need to call her. It's her birthday. I've got a 50-year-old friend. Never been married, never got kids. Quite happy. I mean, I don't know what kind of generation's been brought up, but also I wonder if, from a bigger scale, from a bigger world view, looking at us, if there was a social experiment to say, actually, how many people now are not married? How many have not settled down? How many have gone childless by choice? Right, get down because you're being annoying. Get down. Down. Go away. Do you know why she's doing that? Because earlier I tried to do a TikTok video where I say that I had DINNER for her, and she's already had her DINNER. But because I kept replaying the video, she heard the word DINNER, so now she thinks she's going to get it. No, I meant what you said, 100% what you said about age. Right? Exactly. Me too, I'm 36. I laugh so much. Right, so there you go. So there we go. Right, cocktail time. Today, we're going to have a non-alcoholic cocktail. What, Louisa? I hear you cry. I know, but do you know what? Just go with me on this one. So, very easy. Glass with ice. We're going to have, you need some pineapple juice, some Sprite. I haven't got any Sprite or lemonade, and some pink soda, right? Some pink soda is what I went for. And then some grenadine. So this is what I'm going to do. You're amazing, beautiful, successful. Any man be lucky to grasp your attention. Oh, you're back in the game, Thomas. Back in the game. I last way started with the cocktail. What? I don't know what that means, but sure. So we're gonna go for a non-alcoholic cocktail today. I thought we'd try and switch it up. And also, I don't want to drink a cocktail today. You know, some days you just go, I don't want any alcohol today. No, thank you. So apparently, all you need to do with this is a little bit of pineapple juice. So we're gonna pour in some pineapple juice. Put some ice in the bottom. Then maybe I put in too much pineapple juice. Sorry. Nathan says if I wasn't gay. Oh, I mean, it would be more than that that'd be holding you back, Nathan, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. It's a Sex and the City generation to be living it up. Maybe it is that. Do you know what? Maybe it is that, Leanne. I get sick of the question about whether I want kids. No, I bloody don't. My partner has 2 kids. With a baby, we start from scratch. And I just think everybody's choice to do that. Like, I would like kids. I would like a family. But many of my friends don't. Like, at all. I'm like, okay, well, I do. But it's whatever. Right, okay, a bit of grenadine. Well, that's probably too much. You'd have to move to Glasgow. I love Glasgow. I don't know what accent that was, but I love Glasgow. I would, you know, Nathan. I fucking would, you know. And we're going to put in a drop of some spritzery stuff. So, yeah. So I thought I've just been listening to some podcasts and thinking a lot and thinking. And like, right, it's one of those things that you just got to process and work through. And I mean, men have midlife crises, don't they? That's what they say. Like, a man has a midlife crisis in his 40s. Maybe that's what this is. Okay, so then it looks like that, which is probably the wrong color. And we're just going to try it. Oh, that's delicious. That's it. Oh, that's delicious. So you need pineapple juice, drop of grenadine, some sparkling stuff like lemonade, or, I mean, I've used, this is aromatic citrus, which actually would go because of the pineapple, pink Russian. Get up here, lol. You could have the other half of my bed. Thanks, Kelly. And I was thinking about like moving, you know. I don't know where I'd go, but I'd like to move. I'd like the opportunity to present itself to move. Like country, not just city. Genuinely. Although Scotland would work, wouldn't it? Your face says it tastes good. It does taste good. So that's been this week. What else do I want to talk to you about? Diet and mental health, anti-aging, antidepressants. So I was listening to a podcast about depression and antidepressants and alternatives to it, like more natural remedies for things. And I was listening to this podcast called the Huberman podcast, Huberman Labs. And they were talking about different experiments that they're doing to treat depression and how certain antidepressants, what they do is they fuck with the way that your body absorbs or releases serotonin. So it's not that it releases more serotonin or that it gives you more serotonin, which is the drug that makes you happy. I'm not a scientist, so I'm probably getting this all wrong. But it allows your body to stop repressing it itself. Like, it allows to create more, right? So they were saying that a lot of antidepressants do that. So there's certain antidepressants, there's a group of them, I forget what they're called, but they help your body to release the serotonin and then reabsorb it because it needs to be released and then attached. And then, I don't know, like visually, my version of it is that you've got 2 blobs here, 2 houses here, right? And the serotonin comes out of this house, pee, and it needs to go into this house, pee, in order for like you to be good. And when you're depressed, the serotonin comes out, or it doesn't come out, but it doesn't go in. So then this house is empty. It's really fucking sad. So it needs to go pee, catch, right? And when you take antidepressants, it just makes this more open to catching it. Pee. I'm getting this completely wrong. I'm aware of that. I'm doing my best. To be honest, if Nadine fucking Dorris can say that a tennis court is a tennis field, then this is a great analogy, right? If she's qualified to be fucking head of culture, then I'm qualified to be head of anti-depression information. SSRIs, right? So it comes out, it really catches it, comes out, catches it, comes out, catches it. So antidepressants, they help that model. I really hope that you're getting this. But it was saying that another thing that does that naturally for you, that's naturally occurring and something that you don't take drugs for, is tennis pitch, right? Is fish oil. So fish oil. So you know how often when women suffer with their mental health monthly with your cycles, if you get really bad, whatever it's called, they were saying that you take certain omega-3s, but you take evening primrose oil. So this guy was saying that they found this idea that this fish oil, they by taking a lot of fish oil, it helps the pee catch, and it does the same thing as the antidepressants without taking the antidepressants, because antidepressants have different certain side effects. You're not supposed to take it for a long time, etc., etc., etc. There's the clip for this week's TikTok. Premenstrual tension. Thank you. Vitamin D3 too. So there's all these things. So apparently in Switzerland, I think, where it gets very cold, or Sweden, one of those, they eat a lot of fish. So they'll eat a lot of healthy fish oil. So like the fish skin and stuff is what they'll eat, and that helps with the depression, because obviously their winters are quite dark, so it helps with keeping the mood good. Yeah, vitamin B6 and eating primrose oil. So there we go. So I bought a shit ton of fish oil this week. I'm just gonna syringe it into my veins, mate, and hope that it makes a difference. That's my plan. Guys, this is the best cocktail I've made on this show. Genuinely. The best cocktail. So what else I want to talk to you about? But that's a big thing, isn't it? 25% of depression, anxiety around the worldwide, because of the pandemic. And you see it. I don't know about you lot, but you can see it. You can see people are struggling and suffering. You see it on the street. You see it outside. You see it with the audiences. You see it with traffic. You see it with how quick people are to rise. Like, you see it everywhere. Grilled sardines in Spain. Grilled sardines. Really? Go for it. You'll grow some gills. Fish are always happy. Has this been researched? The stuff has been researched, Georgina. It's not just me. But it sounds close with sex on the beach. Is that a sex on the beach? I want sex on the beach. I've never had sex on the beach. That's another thing. Maybe I'm going to make a bucket list for when I'm 40. And sex on the beach is one. Like, I want sand in my butt crack. From sex, not just because I wore a thong by a pool. Can you post the... Right, do you want the link to the podcast? I'll get it for you right now. Hold on. Huberman Labs antidepressants. So it's a whole thing on it. And when he tells you, when you listen to him about what he says about... is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, and the other thing that they were saying, so you know how sometimes people go to like the middle of the jungle and they take these certain drugs. What's it called? The drug that you take, and you have like this weird out of body experience, and it's supposed to treat depression, and they found benefits to it. Huberman Labs, I've just posted it. Ketamine, apparently. Ketamine in certain doses they found, don't go out there and do ketamine, whatever you do, but ketamine apparently in certain doses has been found again to have that effect to improve a person's ability to come through depression, because sometimes depression, he was talking about, can be so debilitating that people sometimes don't even talk, don't get out of bed, don't do anything. Like, it could be really difficult. I've done research into mushrooms and how they can cure many things like depression. Another thing, so mushrooms. So then there's this other ideology, isn't there, that everything that we have, every ailment that we have, there is something on the planet to heal it. So there's in nature, there's always something to conquer every ailment that we have. It's on Facebook as well. Nonsense. What's on Facebook? Oh, what's nonsense? What's weird? Tell me. What's weird? I did a list of things my 40s best year pre-COVID ofs. Okay, that's good to know. I think it's somewhat of a conspiracy that this isn't explored as part of the general treatment. Of course it would be, because it doesn't benefit people. So for example, this is okay, I'm gonna get off on one now, and I've got to go do tarot shortly. So one of the things I found really frustrating in my mum's care is that she had no choice, because she was so late. They were so late to diagnose her. They were so late with everything. She was completely beyond treatment or help or support. And if they got it sooner, that she might have been able to access some stuff. And there's lots of people that use cannabis oil to treat cancer. So there's loads and loads of information on how useful cannabis oil is and how cannabis oil. But cannabis has been used as a poverty, racist, class divide, prison filling drug for the benefit of a few privileged people, because actually it's a plant, it's a herbal plant, and many people have found themselves that it's helped with their cancer, right? It's helped them with their cancer. And I remember going to the doctor, and when he said, "There's nothing we can do, your mum's just going to go," and I was like, "But what about cannabis oil? Like, I've been reading about cannabis oil, and it's highly illegal at the time. It was like a Class A drug, not the stuff that you get in the super drug. It's like a Class A drug, the pure oil stuff. And if you've seen Politics for Bitches, my shows, then you know what I'm talking about. You know the whole story." And they wouldn't give it. And I was like, oh, cancer's political then. So the treatment is political, because actually it's not about saving the life. It's about money and programs. And the NHS has certain treatments that deals with cancer. And therefore, if it's not chemotherapy or radiotherapy, this cancer doctor is not going to speak to you about cancer treatments. And it's the same for fucking depression. So when you go to certain psychotherapists and they go, well, we're going to prescribe you antidepressants, you go, okay, yes, antidepressants are great. I love them. They really helped me. They just took the fucking edge off because I couldn't cope. And it didn't make anything better. It didn't make anything go away. It didn't change me as a person. It just enabled me to be able to handle my shit a bit more. It just enabled me to have the strength to get through the fucking day, right? However, there's loads and loads of people out there that like to work with the spirit and the body and the soul and use it all in unison together. Like, there's certain groups that go, if you're suffering with trauma, a lot of it is held in your womb and in your hips. So you need to open out your hips. You need to do lots of release work and breath work. And actually, yoga and meditation is very stilling. And you don't want to be still. When you're angry or grieving, you want to howl like a baby. You want to move. You want to move it through your body and move it through your system. And actually, a lot of these drugs, they do kind of create, I guess, when you take them, they create that kind of, not always, a lot of them are bad. I'm going to do this with a whatever, but that movement and that wildness and that idea of being a bit freer and letting go and giving in. And actually, that idea that every sickness or every ailment that we have, there is something in nature that can heal it. So the fact that we don't use mushrooms or ketamine or any of these things, but they're seen as a drug that's, I don't know what the word is, but like, they use it against people of color and they use it against people of class and they use it to suppress people and they call it bad. And actually the criminals, we're seeing who the criminals are. Anyway, they're all the ones in fucking government. Anyway, so that's the fucking, oh, wow, that was really well put together, Louisa. Well done. A freaking men. So that's why I'm trying to loosens your mind to the opportunity. I like that. So that's why I am trying to do things naturally, nature, to try and feel better, to be like, okay, can I move more? I haven't moved for 5 weeks. I think that's not helped. I haven't done any exercise. I found my breathing to be hard. My chest is sore. So can I try and move more? If I want to howl and cry, can I look at what I'm eating? Can I increase fish oil? Can I try and do things? And just trying. Because we deserve to be happy, right? All of us, all of you watching, deserve to be happy. We deserve good things, deserve to feel happy, deserve to have happiness and joy. So it's got to be out there. So there's a fly on my window. There's a fly on my window. What am I going to do? There's a fly in my window. What am I going to do? I'm going to beat that fly. Right. Got 10 minutes left. Let's do some tarot. Guys, can you all go check out my YouTube video, my beauty one? Please, I want to be a beauty influencer. I really love doing them and I like it so much. And if you could just encourage it and be like, this is great, Louisa, keep going. Because I watched it back today and I thought it was really funny, but it's not actually that good in terms of a tutorial. Like, it looks a bit weird at the end. Like, if I didn't know me, I'd be like, sorry, this bitch has done what? She's done it. Okay, is this? I mean, why are we entertaining her? Is it her birthday? But you might get something out of it. I'm making mental health my priority. Oh, you're going to a yoga class, Mara. Good for you. I would like to start a wailing class where we all come together and just dance, like hip thrusts, and then scream at the moon. That's what I'd like to do. Mental health. Tarot, mental health. Let's see what it's got for mental health. I've been watching lots of TikTok videos to get some really good. It's ready. If you come across this video, the universe wants you to find it. There is a message in here for you. This reading is timeless. No matter when you come on and watch this, this is the reading that you are meant to discover. And right now, the universe and the angels want you to discover. Oh, so this was for mental health. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles upside down. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So that's 2 pentacles. That's a good thing when you've got 2 of the same thing. And Ace is great. And we've got Strength. Oh my goodness, guys. I feel like these are great, great cards. So the Knight of Pentacles is. Hang on. I've got it written down somewhere. The Knight is practical, reliable, stoic, slow, steady, and hardworking, but it's upside down. So maybe it does feel fucking practical and slow and hard and fucking long and never ending and like it won't ever end. And maybe this is a sign or a symptom or a symbol, not a symptom, a symbol to say it will feel like sludge. It will feel like sludge. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities, abundance, security, prosperity. So it'll be like sludge, but this is it. This is what's waiting for us. We just got to hold on through the sludge because this is what's waiting for us. This is what's on the other side. If we listen to our own intuition, and everyone's intuition is different, right? So your journey towards happiness and health will be very different to everybody else's, won't it? My journey will be different. We just, I don't know, got to try and figure out and listen to ourselves a bit about what we might think might work for us. And then strength. We need the strength. I mean, that's obvious. That's strength. This is a woman taming a lion. Maybe the lion is your mind and the woman's going, hey, you big bear. Like I am with Bernie. Like, look how good I am with Bernie. Like, people are petrified of Bernie when they see her. And I'm like, she's just a baby. She's just a big baby bunny. I'm really good at training her. Bunny! Bernie, come to mummy. Come to mummy. Come to mummy. Tame the bear. Tame the bear. The abundance will come. It's just going to feel like sludge. It's going to feel like you're on a horse, upside down, going through a swamp. That sounds pretty fucking horrendous, mate. There you go. That's the tarot for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this little live stream today. I love your Bernie voice. It's not my Bernie voice, Stacey. It's Bernie's voice. It's Bernie's actual voice. Oh. Oh, okay. I was thinking about like dating and going out and I got death. Good one. Temperance. Oh, the 6 of Pentacles. And the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is a badass bitch, right? Look, B for bitch. B and J, blowjobs. Okay, so we're going to have blowjobs. The High Priestess is going to have blowjobs in the nighttime, but this looks quite dayish. So night and day, she's going to have blowjobs. She's the queen. Everyone sucks her dick. Yes, I love this as a card. So that's where we're going to. And she's going to have, look at these men begging. And the balance, see how the balance is there? And they're trying to work out, actually, I'll give you some and I'll give you some. That's going to be me with dates. I'm going to be like, I'll give you a bit and I'll give you a bit. Oh my gosh, this is my future. Yes, guys. And then temperance. I'm just blowing a big horn and pouring water into a cup and walking on water and feeling like Jesus. Oh my God, I'm just living my best life, mate. What does temperance mean? balance, peace, tranquility. So I'm really happy, and everything's happy, and I feel good. And death of past relationships ended. Time for new excitement. Death of old things. Time for new things. Death of the old life. Like, grieve your old life. Shed your old skin. Give it the grievance it deserves. Because then, look what's waiting for you. Look what's waiting. Beautiful prosperity, beautiful health, beautiful wealth, beautiful abundance, sunflowers, blowjobs, and angels that walk on water. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Aw. Okay, I'm going to go now because I've got to keep watching Downton Abbey. I'm nearly through it. So I've just got to go. What do you want? Oh, no. This is what you're like in the middle of the night when you can't stop thinking about everything. This is the 9 of Swords. Look at that person in the night, can't sleep. 9 of Swords. What does that mean? 9 of Swords. I mean, it looks pretty obvious what it means. Anxiety, fear, negativity, breaking point, despair, nightmares. Yeah. See? The cards know. The cards know. So I'll see you next Sunday at 7:00. I hope you guys have a good week. What are my plans for this week? I might try and do a gig next weekend. I think it'd be good for me to keep gigging. So I might go do another gig next weekend. I do have to work on the Radio 4 series. So I've got that, including age restrictions. What? I don't know. Well, maybe. Oh, she's your old life and old ideas. You live near the Downton Abbey Castle. Woo! Yes, I want to. The Downton Abbey films look tremendous. I know. I'm very excited about going to see it. But don't tell me what happens yet because I have to learn all the things. Anyway, so what have we learned in this one? Do mushrooms. Do say yes to the date. Sometimes the best cocktails are ones without alcohol. And if you're on a horse upside down walking through sewers, it's gonna feel like sludge. But once you get to the other side, it's gonna be beautiful and there's abundance and prosperity, and that's just life, mate. It's just a great big wheel cycle. And on that note, I'll see you guys next week. Have a lovely one. Thank you for watching. Check out my video. Let me post it in the link now. Let me post it so you've got it and you can be like, wow, I really like Louisa's. Oh, I've had 70 views. Oh, 10 likes. That's exciting. Oh, beauty guru, here I come. I'm a beauty guru. There you go. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Okay, it was very close top, isn't it? Anyway, sorry, I forgot I'm still alive. I'll speak to you guys later. Love you. Bye.